It's Christmas! Yeah, let's go. As of recording, it's not Christmas yet, but it will be put out on Christmas, so there you go. Yes! Hello everybody, welcome to a Christmas preset. Now, we have some interesting stuff for you. It is the time for giving, so I have given a lot of people some nice designs. There'll be designs here for tryhards, there'll be some for freestylers, there'll be some for casuals, there'll be someone who likes meme designs. He'll find something in this video, so I suggest you watch it way through to the end. And yeah, before we start the video, I want to say thank you very much for all your support during the last few days and weeks. I know sometimes the uploads haven't been coming as fast, but I'm trying to work on that. I live stream a lot, so if you don't catch me in videos or want to ask me some questions, you can catch me on my live stream. I do it here on YouTube, so don't worry, don't have to go to any other websites and have a look at that. But anyway, let's get on with the video, and Merry Christmas to you all. So, for our first car, we have a lovely Dominus design, and I'm kind of sad I didn't put this video out like a lot earlier, because this decal is actually in the item shop, so if you've picked it up, then you'll probably be happy. But if you haven't, don't worry about that. There will be chances to get it. I think also on the trading market, it's not that expensive, so I think that's just pretty cool. Anyway, this is the Holiday Deco Dominus design. Now, I wanted to do a bit of something special for this episode. So I decided to use new paint finishes and other stuff. So you'll be seeing that as well as a theme through the designs. Anyway, let's get into it. We are using a sky blue Dominus, which looks very sexy. If you do not have a sky blue Dominus, don't worry, a normal Dominus looks just as good, so it's not that much of a big deal. We're using a sky blue Holiday Deco design, which, decal, never mind, which is actually pretty cheap, so I think you can pick this up if you haven't got it already. If you also want to use a different color, you can just substitute the sky blue for any color you want. Just make sure to change the colors as well. So for our primary on the blue side, we have a dark purple anodized preset, and then for the secondary we have a sky blue, and I used we have a pink, sorry, geez, I don't know colors today, and we are using a new paint finish which is called the EXO, which came out in the Rocket Pass of this season, and I really wanted to do a design with this. Also, I think it really works well with the Christmas theme, because it does look like snow. It's not as extreme as glitter, where glitter is very like extreme, and if you want to use glitter then go for that. And I think EXO is like a mix out of the sludge and the glitter, so it looks like really nice, and it gives the car nice texture. So, and it's not too flashy where you get blinded every time you look at your car, so that's pretty cool. It also fits into like the glittery, snowy theme of Christmas, so that's kind of what I was going for. On the orange side, we're going for a dark brown as our primary, also with anodized to make it nice and shiny, make it all sparkly for Christmas. And we're using a pink secondary for this car as well, also with the new EXO paint finish. For the wheels, we're using pink Cristianos. Now, if you want to use this car with any other pink wheels, go ahead. Like I can also put on pink Tunicas, that works just as well. So any pink wheel basically you can use for this car if you do not have the pink Cristianos. Also, one thing to point out, if you do make your Dominus unpainted, or if you have a pink painted Dominus, you can also do this. Then just be sure to change out the wheels for maybe like a sky blue wheel or something like that, so you get the sky blue accent in, because you'll see now that we're using a standard pink boost. I thought this was pretty nice, seeing as we have all the pink on the car. You can also use any pink painted boost you have. It doesn't really matter too much. And then for the trail, we'll be using a sky blue friction. You can get this for pretty cheap too. If you don't have the sky blue friction, you can also use Lightspeed or any other sky blue similar boost like the Luminous. I have this too. So any other sky blue trail you want to use. If you are switching the colors to use sky blue instead of the pink, you just have to inverse everything else. So then you can use a pink trail instead. And then any sky blue boost you have, that's also completely fine. So yeah, let's move on to our next design, which will be an Octane design. So for our next design, we have a nice tryhard Octane for all you sweats out there. Now, I know this is primarily what my channel's about, but because it's a Christmas episode, not all designs are going to be very clean, but this is like, I think one of the cleanest ones I made. And I use this car myself, so that's why I'm pretty proud of it. This is a Christmas tree a Christmas tree color match kind of deal. So what we're going with here, you might think this is a titanium white Christmas tree. Well, maybe you don't anymore, seeing as I fucked up with the color switching. But this is actually a painted cobalt Christmas tree and a crimson Christmas tree. So that's how that looks. Yeah, so trying to show you guys, like, sometimes the white decals aren't always the best to get. Sometimes you want to get the colors that match your cars better. And I think sometimes it's also cheaper. I'm not sure with the Christmas tree. Don't take my word on that if it's cheaper or not. But personally, I just think that the white secondary on the Christmas tree just looks better than the primary, so, or the painted in that case. So let's get into the car. We have a cobalt octane for the blue side. We have a crimson octane for the red side. For the decal, we have a cobalt painted Christmas tree for the blue side, which is matching to our car. And for the red side, or the orange side in this case, we have a crimson painted Christmas tree. So not the white one. We have a cobalt and we have a crimson. So that's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. So for the primary on the blue side, we are using a dark, like almost like a grayish blue. Now I didn't want to make this the same color because I feel like if you make it the same color, some of the details of the decal kind of like fade away. So that's why I did it darker. If you prefer another dark color like this, you can use that as well. The dark color is just kind of player preference, so it doesn't really matter too much what you use. For the paint finish, we're going with a camo. Now, the camo I kind of wanted to use because camo is a really, really good decal for a really, really good paint finish to use on a primary color. If you have a decal that takes up most of the car because you don't really see it and it gives your car like an extra layer of texture. Also, the Christmas tree, it's like a Christmas tree and there's like foliage, which is leaves and other forest stuff for those people who don't know what that word means, like I did. So there's like that kind of like leaf texture going on there as well. So that looks pretty cool. Now you can also use grassy for this. That's also okay decal. I see accusing decal. It's an okay paint finish to use, but camo is just my personal preference. And then for the secondary, we're using a white, as you guys might have seen. And we're using brush metal for this one. Now, brush metal is a paint finish I used to work with a lot. I don't really anymore because there's just better alternatives that have come out in the game. But I thought on this car, it looked really, really cool because as you can see on the back little wheel flaps, I don't know what they're called, like it blends really nicely into the camo because the stripes are going vertical. And then on the Christmas tree itself, the stripes are going horizontal and matched with the camo. It kind of has like a tree texture, like there's snow sitting on top of the tree. So that is kind of what it goes with. It's also a bit sparkly, so it's a bit more Christmassy. And yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking with this. So I hope you guys like that. Anyway, on the red side, we're going with a dark red. Anything that you prefer, you can even go on this route as well if you want to. Just try not to make it too yellowish because that kind of takes away from the whole theme. We're going with a camo as well on the primary paint, just as well to get that foliage kind of texture. Then on the secondary, we're doing the same thing again. We're going white again, and we're going brush metal again. So that's the same thing there. For the wheels, didn't do wheels on this one because, and this is a reason why I didn't do wheels on this one, it's supposed to be like a try-hardy design. So I wanted to give my tryhards out there something to have as well for Christmas that doesn't look too flashy. So any black looking wheels or any blank wheels that you have, you can put on this. If you do want to match the car itself, you can put white wheels on there too. I know a lot of people kind of like using white wheels as well, so that is also something you can do as well. Like white tunicas would look really nice on this because it has like a snowflake pattern on it, or white Kalos or stuff like that. And yeah, if you don't want to use black wheels or white wheels, I recommend you just get cobalt wheels and you just get crimson wheels. Like, just match it. It's not that hard. For the boost, wow, that took a long time. We are using a standard blue and we're using a crimson on the other side. Now, one boost I would really recommend you guys to use would be sparkles. Now, not the normal sparkles. If I just go into box mode real quick, boost sparkles. I don't know why I didn't do this in the beginning, but hey, now we're doing it. White sparkles looks really nice with this because it's like the snow falling, you know, it has like the same texture. Also, if you don't mind what boost you use, there's also a really, really cool boost for this car, which I have got here, which is the snowflakes. so that would fit perfectly to this car. But it all depends what your preference is. As I said, I tried to make this a bit more try-hardy, so that's why I didn't use the snowflakes. That's why I kind of opted for like a more standard boost. But if you guys want to use that, then you can use that too. For the trail, I'm using a titanium white friction, so just a standard titanium white trail. If you do want to go down that snow theme though, I recommend you use a winter storm because that's really cool. Also, I know in the shop there was a cobalt and a crimson winter storm trail set, and there was also the boost. I think it's called the frostbite boost. So those two would be perfect for this car. Unfortunately, I did not buy them. So yeah, but that would be perfect for this car. So let's move on to our third design. So for this next car, I know what you guys might be thinking. You're thinking, Fluff, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, same. I don't know what I was doing. I saw the new Xmas Lights decal was in the Christmas rewards, which you can still pick up, I'm pretty sure. And I made this monstrosity. So this is a complete Christmas Lights car. I just thought it was pretty funny. Literally no other reason why I made this. I also wanted to give people some cars who are like, yeah, but that's not Christmas, it's too try hard. So this is the car for you if you're saying that to the video right now. Yeah, so we have Christmas lights as the wheels, Christmas lights as the decal, and some other surprises coming up. So let's just get right into the car. We have a crimson Octane for the blue side. We have a forest green Octane for the red side, which is like the first time I'm using forest green, I think. So that's pretty cool. We have the Xmas Lights limited animated decal. You can get this in the Challenge Frosty Fest shop by getting 15 saves or epic saves in online matches. So there you go. For all of you asking how to get the decal, that is how you get the decal. Yeah, and the colors are, for the blue side, we're using a dark green, which is also the first time I've used this green, I think, in an episode, so that's pretty cool. We're using a saffron, oh yeah, a yellow, as the secondary. No paint finishes, seeing as this is an animated decal, so they don't let you do paint finishes, unfortunately. We have a darker red. Now, I don't want to do the bright red. You can do the bright red if you want to, but this is just personal preference. You can also tone it down a bit, so that is on the primary. And on the secondary, we're using the same yellow again. Now, I went with yellow because I had a look at the lights on the wheels, and because the, what's it called? The wheel already has crimson and forest green on it in the spokes of the wheel. I wanted to do a third color, and because the colors are kind of rainbow on there, I thought yellow would be the coolest one because it makes the most sense. Also with Christmas, like golden lights and stuff like that. Like you can also do an orange if you like that more, so that's also fine. But yellow's just the color I decided to do. For the wheels, we're using Christmas wreaths. These came out in the first Christmas crate, and you can probably pick them up somewhere on the trade market. Probably people like giving them away if it's not Christmas time, so probably the prices have gone up by now, not sure. For the boost, we're using Christmas lights. Wow, I didn't expect that. So we have Christmas lights a boost. I think this was also a boost in one of the Christmas events. Not this one, but the last one or the one before that. So that's what we're using for the boost. And for the trail, we're using the Christmas lights trail for this too. So we got Christmas lights going on everywhere. Let me show you guys real quick how this looks in-game, because I actually love how it looks in-game. It actually looks way cooler if you see it in-game. So we're using Christmas lights, and then more lights come out. So look at our glowing car. This is like almost the opposite of every car I make, because I try not to make my cars too flashy. But this is definitely something that will light up the field when you use it in-game. So yeah, maybe something for you flashy players. Also, the beauty of this design is as well that the Christmas lights decal, I think they are a universal decal. So you can even use this car on Dominus or on another car if you want to do so. Just make sure to get that painted version if you really want the full effect. And yeah, let's move on to our fourth design. So, seeing as Christmas is the time for giving, I thought I would give everybody in the community a car, and this is one for all you freestylers out there. Now, I am only saying this because it's a breakout, so if you're also a breakout main, then there you go, there's one for you as well. So this is a candy cane design that I came up with. So we're going to just go right into it. We're using a titanium white breakout. So yeah, we're using the filler former decal, which you can get from the Rocket Pass. If you do not own the Rocket Pass, a really cool alternative is the Stormwatch mystery decal. That works just as well in here, if not better. I just wanted to use something a bit different for this car, so that's what I went with. So for the colors, we are going to have a purple primary on the blue side, and we're going to have a black on the secondary. Now if you don't want the black, like if you don't want the black dark, you can also make the black white, which also looks perfectly fine, and in my opinion sometimes even better. So you can do that as well as an alternative. And then on the orange side, we're going for a bright red, and we're going for a black or a white if you want that too. So yeah, pretty quick one here. For the wheels, we're using purple painted peppermints. Wow, that was a tongue twister. For the orange, for the blue side, Jesus Christ, I tried not to say purple. So we have the stripes matching the purple and the white, of course, and we have the wheels looking all spinny and pepperminty. So there you go. For the red side, we are using just normal peppermints. You don't need them painted crimson because they come like that normally. Also, if you want to pick up these wheels, you can do in the challenges by getting 15 goals, assists, or saves in an online game. So there you go. That also works fine as a free item. So that's pretty cool. For the boost, we are using a Winter Storm. That was an old boost on one of the Christmas things. So in one of the Christmas events, so we're using that for the red side, seeing as it is red and white. And for the trail on the red side, we're going with the candy cane, which fits perfectly. I mean, it's literally made for each other. So that is pretty cool there. For the blue side, we are using a... Can I see the boost? No, I can't. I did it for both sides. I'm stupid. Let me just take these away. There you go. If I just take these away, then you'll be able to see the purple side. There we go. So for the blue side, we're using a streamer, which is the Twitch Prime rewards. So that is pretty similar to the candy cane trail. So I thought that would be pretty cool to use on the blue side. And then for the trail, we're just going with the classic because it is white and purple already. And I thought, hey, that's a pretty cool boost trail to use because it is very similar. So, and it matches the colors well. So yeah. And that is our freestyle design. Now we move on to the last design of the video. And for our last car, it's a bit of a meme. I thought, hey, I'm going to give it a shot at making a meme car. So, yeah, this will be probably the memeiest car you'll get out of me. I'm not really sure. Can't really make too many meme cars, I don't know. I'm going to let you guys guess what this is. So I hope it's kind of obvious, because if not, then I've kind of not done my job correctly, but hey. Anyways, we're going to go through the, parts. I don't know what I'm talking about. Items, there you go. So, burnt sienna, octane, that's what we're using. You can also use an orange octane, but I don't think it looks as good. You can also use an unpainted octane, that's also fine, so no problems there. For the decals, we're using a goop. This is a animated decal that came out actually a long time ago now. So yep, that's the goop decal. For the paints, we're using a dark blue on the blue side, and we're using a light creamy little orange on the secondary. And on the orange side, which is kind of what the car's made for, it's not really made for the blue side, so that's kind of a tip maybe. So using like a dark brownish for the main, and we're using a creamy yellow orangey kind of color for the secondary. For the wheels, we're using burnt sienna hypnotics to get that like liquidy, spinny, I don't know, in the car, and also it matches very well with the texture of the goop at the front here. For the boost, we're going to go with the titanium white candy floss. That is part of, well, not candy floss itself, but it's part of what this design is based around. And for the trail, we're going to go with a Season 4 bronze trail. So if you don't have that, you can also go with hot rocks or anything else that color. And I think you've had time enough to guess. This is a eggnog design. I made an eggnog design. This is personally one of my favorite things about Christmas. It's just drinking. So that is what I made this around. So this is an eggnog design. So you have like the splashing eggnog color. You have the swirly cinnamon that's in the drink, though that's how I know it. And then the boost is the cream on top, because you always got to have that cream on top. Very, very nice. And the boost could also be cinnamon sticks if you want to incorporate that or whatever. If you don't really like eggnog, another thing you can do, I know to Swedish people out there, there's a thing called glögg, which is like a Christmas wine. So you can do your car like this color and it will be glögg color. So that's a little Easter egg for you guys there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to leave a subscribe. Merry Christmas to all of you, and I'll see you guys later, and peace.